What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we're going to be showcasing a Piloswine team in the Open Great League. This Pokemon is surprisingly strong for how little you see it, and actually, this last weekend, in a European regional event, it was able to make top usage, so I think it's a bit underrated right now in the meta. I'm going to pair it up with Altaria as well as Feraligatr. I'm excited to see what this Pokemon can do. Real quick, before we get into the battles, I do want to ask if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It does help out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Alright, got an opponent. We're going to see Altaria into Morpeko. Pretty neutral matchup. I do have a Piloswine in the backline that would rather be here, but I have a Feraligatr that would rather not. So, we'll see how they play this out. I would imagine an instant Aura Wheel, but I think that's fine. I'm just going to let my Altaria go, I think. I don't get one-shot here by an Aura Wheel, and it does make it a little bit awkward for them on what they want to do, if they want to start investing in this or not. These Dragon Breaths will put them into Hydro Cannon range as well. I'll go for a Sky Attack. They could no-shield this if they want to, but I don't think that's the best play for them, because if I Flamethrower, they'd get knocked out. Yeah, okay. They're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, they let me get this off? I was not expecting that. That means, at this point, they're probably going for a full farm down into us, which I guess could be a good play. 13. Okay, well, I mean, the play here is shield the first move. Wow, they gave me an extra move when they're over 100 energy anyway. I mean, I shield the first attack, right? It's likely going to be a Dark-type Aura Wheel, but then the next one is... Well, okay, I guess they can go for a Psychic Fangs too. But they're not going to get 3 moves off here no matter what. So I just no-shield the next attack, because it's either going to be a Psychic Fangs, or, more likely, I guess, an Electric-type Aura Wheel, saying it is probably still a little bit more raw damage, despite the fact it is resisted. Okay, or I'm just, like, calling everything wrong. They're just going to go straight Psychic Fangs. But the next Powder Snow should knock out. They don't get the third one off. Or they come in Empoleon here, and we bring in our Feraligatr. 5, okay. We have Crunch for this very reason. I have a lot of energy still left over on my Piloswine. We'll see how they play this out. I'm glad that I'm not seeing this with my Piloswine, but it's also a little bit scary that there is that Morpeko still lurking around in the backline. They're 5 right now, so they have a Jolpeck ready to go. I hope that after this Crunch, I can Shadow Claw down. But I cannot. So I do actually have to shield here, which I don't love. I mean, I have to shield this. I hate to say it, but I need this Empoleon out of here. Okay, just Hydro Cannon immediately. Don't give them even the opportunity to come in with that Morpeko and snipe us down. I should be able to switch here and Powder Snow down that Morpeko still, if they bring it in. If they have another hard answer to Piloswine, you know, so be it. Yeah, we Powder Snow that down. We have a lot of energy. Either we get to 2 Icicle Spears here, or like we could get to a high horsepower. And I think the play is just double Icicle Spear against a Wigglytuff. I hope that's going to be enough damage before they can charm us down. It's going to be kind of close. 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we just go for the high horsepower, because we win CMP, and we are able to just barely pace to this move before they get their Swift. That's insane. Okay, Piloswine, just sweep the backline, why don't you? Insane game. Wigglytuff in the back, not even a problem. GG's. Alright, next opponent. Altaria, up against Togekiss. I mean, I actually don't have a great hard wall to this. I'm going to stay in for a second. If they go for a Psyshock, that is fine by me. The Zero Shield matchup is actually generally won by Altaria. So we're going to be able to drain a lot of energy from them here, and potentially leverage a shield advantage as well into our backline. Unless we're on Dazzling Gleam, I guess, which, you know, I've seen crazier things in the Go Battle League. They're at 10, 11. 11, okay, so back-to-back plus 1. So they should be at 6 if this is a Dazzling Gleam. Or, a Psyshock, rather. Why am I manifesting Dazzling Gleam, dude? Okay, so 6, 7, 8. Interesting, they're just over-farming. I'm gonna get the shield here with this Sky Attack. I can save my Altaria, and then I think I just bring in Gator and Shadow Claw down. 9. I do survive the, like, 1 move from this, but I don't want to take it and let them swap out, at least for free, so I'm gonna force them to throw a second attack. And... okay, so they did bank a full-on Aura Sphere, and I don't love that. But Piloswine should be able to farm them down before they get to a second one, as long as I save a shield for it. And the switch clocks are decent, so maybe there's some play. 3, 4, 5. I could have thrown before they did there, but I want to try to dance around a little bit this game if I can. Probably going to be a Shadow Ball, but I do survive that pretty well. 6. Okay, so they're at a Body Slam after the next rollout. So keep that in mind. But Hydro Cannon does get them low. 7. Okay, they throw immediately. That's not bad. I should be able to get a Powder Snow down here. Or if they don't give us the farm down, then they'll switch out, and I can play it by ear at that point. Yeah, they're going to give us the farm down. That's good. That's a lot of energy for Piloswine to get. I would love to see Togekiss come in just to drain that final move from them. But either way, we're going to see the final Pokemon in a second. Okay, we see the final Pokemon is a Mudshot Digger's Beam. Does have a little bit better pacing here when it comes to reaching, Fire Punches in the Quick Attack variant. But maybe it's still playable. They're at 6. 8. I think I know what I want to do here. I just throw back to back, and then I should be able to swap an Altaria and hopefully win. Because then I can farm down the Togekiss later on and come out with a move. We'll see, I guess. They have a Fire Punch now. I'm going to try to catch if I can. You don't get the catch. 1, 2, 3. I think I need to shield this, actually. It could be an absolutely terrible play to do this, though. But, like, if I no-shield that, then I don't get an Icicle Spear. Like, they'd get an Ore Sphere, then they Fire Punch me and I lose. This way, I force probably 2 attacks out of this Digger's Beam. Because I don't think a Fire Punch is going to be enough here to knock me out. If that's the case, then I'm in a really good spot. If a Fire Punch is not enough, and they're forced to throw a second one, then I'm set. It's going to be so close, dude. Oh my goodness, Altaria, just too bulky. It gets the Sky Attack off, it knocks out the Digger's Beam. What a game. Piloswine actually a pretty good core breaker into this team, although I was in such a bad spot for most of that game that it felt so uncomfortable. Let's go. All right, next opponent. It's gonna be Altaria into Wigglytuff. Okay, don't love this lead necessarily. Luckily, while Feraligator's not amazing here, being the non-Shadow Gator actually makes this a little bit more awkward for them, where I can guarantee to survive the charm damage just a little bit more, and I can potentially get a couple of Hydro Cannons off here, which will get a shield advantage, or at the very least, put this Wigglytuff low. They're at 4. Oh, they switch into a Eufisk here. Wow. I get a Hydro Cannon into this, and that's not bad. But I don't love what I've seen from their team so far. You know what I mean? Like, it's a pretty degen lineup. They do let that go. I mean, this kind of sets up an Altaria farm down, honestly, so maybe this isn't bad. Because Altaria now might be able to Sky Attack that Wigglytuff and get a knockout or a shield. I will take a Discharge, maybe 2, from that Eufisk here, but I think that's fine. They do instantly throw the second one. Dude, imagine if I would have come in with my Piloswine, because they were probably just mashing that button. That's fine, though. We'll go for the full farm down. They might switch out to Wigglytuff if they're crazy, but I would not expect that play. Well, they do switch. So they're at 6 right now. That must mean they have a second answer here to Altaria in the back. 7. They probably go for an Icy Wind just to debuff me, but they might Icy Wind, or they might Swift rather for the pacing. Okay, they do Icy Wind, so they're at 1, 2, 3, 4. What is gonna be in the back? Eufisk has some energy on it, so keep that in mind. They have a Swift right now. They let that go. Shadow, or regular Dusknoir, actually. Not exactly a Pokemon I was expecting to see here. 5. Okay, so they're at a Dynamic Punch, but they probably don't throw it. They probably do Shadow Punches, right? 6. They go for a catch. I don't know if that's a good play, but, like, it's what I think I have to do right now. They're at 6, so 2. 3. 1. 2. Shield this up. Try to get a Sky Attack off. They probably combo with their Eufisk here. But this allows me to farm down with my Piloswine, and maybe my Pilo can get enough energy here to still win us the game. No undercharge, okay. I don't know if I'll have enough energy here. Oh, I'm gonna be one turn short. No! Oh, no. I needed one more Powder Snow to win this game, because I think they're one away from the Shadow Punch right now. I'm two away from my move. That's kind of sad. That is so close, though. That is so close. I just did too much damage this game. Yeah, they have it right now, right? 1 HP. I'm happy I made this game as close as I did, I suppose, but that is so sad that we were not able to pull it out. If the pacing on Icicle Spear was what it used to be, 5-4 pacing, that could have been a win. But no. Alright, next battle. We gotta not see a Wigglytuff lead, although we did make it kind of close, right? So, another Fortress. We've seen a lot of people running these Pokemon recently, but it could be on either moveset. Bug Bite and Volt Switch both make a lot of sense right now. And they are staying in here, because, I mean, Volt Switch plus Rock Tomb is going to hurt quite a bit if I do let one go. But the fact they're on Volt Switch is the main reason why Piloswine, I think, is a pretty good Ice type to run right now. Because Volt Switch doesn't do anything to us there. Wow, what a call by them! What if I just one-shot you, trainer? Because I think most of the time, that's a crazy bait. But I think I'm fine shielding this. Like, if they're going to play it out that way, then this is just going to get farmed down over time. That is an insane no-shield, but, you know, sometimes you gotta realize you're fighting insane opponents in the Go Battle League. Sky Attack's gonna hurt. What do we see them do here? They do shield that up, okay. Alright. I should survive this. I think the play is gonna be come in for Alligator now, and just go for a Shadow Claw down before they get another move off. They might get a Sand Tomb, actually. Okay, we bait out a Jellicent. That's actually kind of huge here. Because we have Crunch, right? And our Piloswine in the backline wants nothing to do with this thing. Interesting. They're at 4, so that means right now, they do have access to a Shadow Ball. 5. So they're 3 more hexes away from the next move. If 5 Shadow Claws can knock them out, I get a full Shadow Claw down. If not, then I'll have to make sure to go for a Hydro Cannon after 4. I think I get the farm down. Nice! That's a huge farm down to get. If we see the Fortress come in, I'll go for 1 and throw a Hydro Cannon just to guarantee that they don't land a Sand Tomb into us. Or will I? Maybe I'll, like, do 2 and swap into my Altaria. I actually kind of wanted them to throw the energy into us. Although, with a Quagsire in the back, maybe this is fine still. Because I have a lot of energy on Feraligatr. I have a Piloswine as well, that, while it's not going to do much this game, saying Feraligator's all we need, like, it's going to be able to make them drain energy. 9, okay. Okay, they need a Stone Edge this game for my Feraligatr, and if they don't knock out my Piloswine before I'm able to get an Icicle Spear, they Stone Edge immediately. They thought my Gator was coming in. Well, that's good. I should have back-to-back, that is, Hydro Cannons on my Gator. So, unless they're at another Stone Edge plus an Aqua Tail, this game should be ours. Aqua Tail knocks us out, but we have back-to-back here. Yeah, they didn't have quite enough energy here, unfortunately for them. Hydro Cannon is going to do a massive chunk of damage. Not that they have much HP remaining. But, you know, the second one, that's why we banked the energy. We figured Gator would probably be pretty good in the back if their counter swap into it was a Jellicent. That right there is why Crunch is also pretty good. I feel like Ice Beam's not bad, but Crunch as a safe swap can really surprise people sometimes. Alright, next battle. We'll see Altaria up against Drapion. Non-Shadow Drapion. That's kind of cool. Normally you see Drapion as a Shadow in GBL, but non-Shadow might be able to survive my damage just a little bit better here. I'm going to go for a Sky Attack as quickly as I can, just to try to chip them down a little bit. They go for a Crunch. If they get a debuff, that's a little bit annoying, because I don't think a non-Shadow can very easily two-shot us. Yeah. But we'll go for that Sky Attack. If I get a shield right now, I would be very happy, but I think their plays probably always just play out the zeros. That's probably the best matchup for Drapion. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. So another Crunch now. 6, 7. Alright. They're at 7. So, the play here is do 3 and throw. And now we get as much energy as possible. We get lower on our Altaria as well, just to make sure they don't get a massive farm down against us. I don't think, though, there's a lot of things that could be in the backline that it actually reaches Sky Attack against. You see an Annihilate come in. Okay. That Pokemon could be a little bit scary. I do have Shadow Claw, though, on my Feraligatr, right? So that helps out a little bit. Likely they Rage Fist us here, but I don't think I can really risk that. I'm going to shield this up just to play it safe. Play it safe, I say, as if this isn't much worse for me now. That's only a Rage Fist, but, like, man, it's gonna hurt. And now my Piloswine's in a world of hurt, too. I should have no-shielded the first, but it's fine. Like, I survived that. I get 2 Hydro Cannons off here. And I'll get both my shields back, and then hopefully Piloswine has play into the final Pokemon, whatever it might be. 3, 4... I guess I just save my Feraligatr now. I swap into my Piloswine and hope that I can Powder Snow down. 5, 6... I don't know about this. Because they're gonna go for another Rage Fist, right? There's no reason not to. They close combat? That's huge. Wait, unless there's like something in the backland that I really don't want to see. Gourgeist? Wait a second. That's very playable. Gourgeist is not terrible to see. It's like, they can't knock me out with a Seed Bomb here. I guess they were waiting for some reason. They weren't going to be able to get another Incinerate off anyway. I survived the Seed Bomb. I farmed this down. And then with Shadow Claws... Oh, I have an Icicle Spear. I was going to say Shadow Claws and Powder Snow should farm down the Annihilate. Okay, you know, that game was like... It was kind of spiraling out of control. Luckily, though, Piloswine in the backline actually beating both the Ghost types. That's incredible. I shouldn't have given that Annihilate as much wiggle room, though, to ramp up. That was... that was kind of scary. But with that, I think that's a 4-1 set here. Really good showcase of Piloswine so far. I'm excited to see what it can do in the next set. Alright, next opponent. Altaria up against Guzzlord, Battle of the Dragons. Okay, so this is one of those spots where I am happy my Feraligatr is nowhere near this, but I'm also kind of scared that Piloswine might be a little bit out of luck in the back. This is already an Ice-type weakness, right? So Piloswine might be seeing some Steel types later on this game, but if I do get rid of this Pokemon, then maybe it's not the end of the world. We see a no-shield, actually, on that. They're at 5, so I guess this could be a Dragon Claw, but I would imagine it's just going to be a Brutal Swing coming through him. Yeah, so they're at 2. 3. And since they don't have the bulk point on this Guzzlord, it looks like I should be able to farm them down. If they had a bulk point, then they actually survive the Dragon Breath damage just a little bit better. Okay, well, I do have an answer to this at least. So we avoid Empoleon into Piloswine, at least for now. We'll see if they're going to shield up my attacks, though. There's a chance they do, but they probably also don't know what my moveset is. So there's a good chance they let the first one go just to, like, test what my move is. Because if I get a Crunch debuff, that wouldn't be great for them to shield the first one. They're at 4, so they have access to another Drill Peck after one more fast attack here. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't win CMP, so not much of a reason to throw right then. But my Shadow Claw damage is helping out quite a bit, so I'm fine with this. 9, 10. So they have a move right now. At the very least, now this Pokemon's not going to be able to do too much to my backline, right? They don't shield that even. If Guzzlord comes in, I think I... Oh. Oh, that's kind of a cool team. It's literally my team from the other day. This is bad. Because they have Dynamic Punch. And that would hurt quite a bit. I don't get another move off this game, so I think they just have me. I have to switch in Piloswine, but I also lose the game by doing this. Why are they running my own team against me? Don't watch It's Axon. Don't run It's Axon teams. This is incredibly BM. Like, honestly, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. I'm just going to Icicle Spear as quickly as I can, because, I mean, I need to get this final shield down. Maybe I can reach a Sky Attack with Altaria, but I think that's really cope, if I'm being truly, completely honest. Man, what a smart team. What an insanely smart team from this trainer. It makes so much sense, right? You end up setting up Grumpig to sweep, and then... Actually, it's not completely an It's Axon team. It has Guzzlord in the lead over Altaria. It's basically an It's Axon team. Okay, well, gotta watch for a catch here if I can even get to a move. Ah! Okay. No! If I could have swapped and, like, transferred the Dragon Tail damage, maybe I could have got that move off. GG's to them. Alright, next opponent.
We gotta try to win this one, because, I mean, honestly, that last one almost may be playable. Malamar in the lead. I was using Altaria lead a day or two ago, and I learned this matchup was actually pretty good for Altaria, where you don't quite get two-shot by foul plays. Nice catch. What was that on? Empoleon. Okay. That's a good play by them. With that said, I should be able to leverage a lot of my Feraligatr here, because Feraligatr's neutral Shadow Claws, with the fact that we were able to just get some chip damage against them, should be able to put them into crunch range here pretty soon. They're at 6. So we know right now they're 3 or 4 away from the next move. I'll throw after 3 because I don't win CMP. They might be expecting that I'm not on crunch here, so they likely no-shield, hoping they survive a Hydro Cannon. But crunch should be able to just do a little bit more, and it should be able to sneak a knockout here. Unless we get a shield, I guess, too. No, there's the KO. Malamar probably comes in, but they have to throw energy against us if they don't want to have to shield. And either they did throw energy, or they're overfarming. I didn't see a sneak come through, so it kind of looked like a CMP, but might have just been weird visuals. It was a CMP, wow. So right now they're at 15. So 5 after this foul play. They likely undercharge this a little bit. Yeah, that might be a bit too much, though. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're at 12 right now, and as we all know, that means they are at a foul play or a superpower. Okay, Weezing comes in. Shadow Galarian Weezing. Kind of a scary Pokemon, depending on if they have Overheat or not, but I'm just going to force them to throw all their energy here if they want to be able to go for that, because if they're on, like, Sludge and Overheat, I should at least get both shields here with Icicle Spears either way, and then, by the time that they're able to Overheat me, they'll be in Sky Attack range for my Altaria. Let's see what they're going to do, though. Likely a Brutal Swing bait if they have it. No, yesterday, I did actually see a Weezing running Brutal Swing Overheat, so I'm not going to take that for granted. I'm going to shield this up and make sure I don't get overheated. It is a Brutal Swing, but I get the final shield down by doing this. And now, I should be able to force him either to swap into Malamar, or force, like, 2 Brutal Swings here. And if they switch into Malamar, I just farm them down. Okay, that is totally fine. They do have a lot of energy on the Weezing, but unless they're on, like, Hyper Beam or Play Rough, they're not going to be able to two-shot us super easily. And I should be able to get a Sky Attack off, I hope. I'm not actually as close here as I was hoping I was. So maybe 2 Sludges will knock us out from here. If 2 Sludges are enough, well played. I should have called the combo play at that point. Wait, why are they Brutal Swinging? Don't tell me they're actually on Brutal Swing Overheat. Or maybe they... They actually were! But we survive it! If they had Sludge, I think I lose this game. I think 2 Sludges do more damage than a Brutal Swing and an Overheat. Dude, what a diabolical moveset by them. Luckily, we were able to win anyway. Jeez, dude, okay. Alright, next opponent. We'll see Altaria into Shadow Sableye. Oh boy, I wonder if this is the team that I ran yesterday. I know we don't have any information to go off just yet, but seeing the Shadow Sableye makes me think there is a good chance it is that team, because I haven't seen any other Shadow Sableyes in recent history. So it could be Corviknight and the other guy in the back. Bugbite Fortress. And honestly, I don't know how to come back from that. Because, like, it's a pretty good team. I'm gonna no-shield this, hoping they go for a bait. They Power Gem. That's a good play by them. Ah, yikes, dude. That's a really good play by them. I should have shielded that, I guess. I lagged a turn? Why did I lag a turn? Okay. I mean, I'm gonna double shield anyway, but I'm gonna take an extra Shadow Claw that I shouldn't have to here. Oof. That's not a great one-turn lag to get. I think I'm about to get swept by my own team. And I've only seen 1 Pokemon so far, so, you know, it's a bold call to make that it's that team, but I would imagine it is. Foul play gets our shield. They're giving us a farm down, though. That's kind of interesting. I mean, I have a lot of energy here. If it's, like, any other team... Okay, it actually is any other team. There's an Empoleon that comes in. Maybe I should have baited this. A bait would have been pretty funny. But I'm just going to full send and hope for the best. No, I should have baited. So it's not my team, at least. It's actually kind of similar, though. We just lose, though. I don't have enough energy here. Like, I need to be able to get a farm down against this Corviknight. with my Piloswine, and I'm never going to be in a spot where I'm going to be able to build up that much energy. And my Feraligatr is remarkably useless too right now. Oh, they have us here. Like, I needed that to knock me out, basically. Okay. We'll go for the Hydro Cannon just in some sort of hope that, like, if I undercharge this perfectly, that I can make something happen with my Piloswine. That still knocks out. We just lose. No! Oh, man. Honestly, I think Fortress would have been much more playable than the Empoleon. I should have baited, though. If I bait, maybe I could get to 2 attacks against them. We can't be losing to that. We can't be losing to a Shadow Sableye team. That's insane. Although, this is also pretty bad. Shadow Alolan Ninetales, a little bit of a core breaker for the team. Like, opposing ice types are one of the worst things that a Piloswine can see, honestly. Not Dazzling Gleam, this is only a Weather Ball. Okay, so they're kind of scared of Feraligatr, it looks like, which is fine by me. That is helpful. They come in Shadow Quag. Interesting. I know some Shadow Quagsires recently have been running the weird moveset of Mud Bomb. They did just CMP us on 5, so I guess that could be the case. But I would imagine it's not super likely that they're on that set. I'm gonna let this go. It's Mud Bomb! Why wouldn't it be Mud Bomb? Ah! You gotta be joking me. It's fine. We get a huge farm down here. We wall this, right? So, unless we're on, like, Mud Bomb Stone Edge, which would be remarkably diabolical. They're at 8. They're at 8, so that should mean they're back-to-back Aqua Tails if they're not on Stone Edge. Okay. Please farm down before they get the next move. I don't want to take this damage. I take the damage, because why wouldn't I? But at the very least, we have energy here. Aqua Tail doesn't do that much. I can't believe they're on Mud Bomb. I can't believe they're actually on Mud Bomb. Okay. Ninetales comes in, we Flamethrower it. There's probably going to be a second water type in the back, though. And I don't love that for my Piloswine. But we go for the Flamethrower, and Pylo's going to start building up energy here. I mean, we do a lot of resisted damage, but I think with how efficient my attacks are, it doesn't really matter. 5, so they're going to try to Chilling Water us, or at least bait the Chilling Water. But at least they're wasting energy here. They are on Chilling Water, so there goes my attack stat. Okay. Well, CMP, actually. Okay. Kind of surprised they're still staying in. This is going to do a lot if they let it go. They do shield, though. I think I have to shield this up and try to get another move off here with my Piloswine. I should be able to. They do Weather Ball us this time, okay. They actually get a Weather Ball here. Man, dang it. Okay. Well, Weather Ball might not knock us out. It knocks us out. I needed to bait. I need to bait more, I guess. Hopefully I see the final Pokemon, at least. At least I'll see the final Pokemon, I think. If it's like a Gliscor in the back, I'm going to be devastated. I'm going to be so devastated. Oh, Ufisk! That's just about as good. That's so sad. If I went for a bait, or if I was on Stone Edge, I think I would have won that game. Okay. Well, I mean, we gotta win, right? We gotta lock in here. Oh, no. Wait, that's a bit of a core breaker. They're likely on Twister, too, right? So this is remarkably bad. But I should still hopefully win the zeros. I don't think a Twister one-shots us from full HP after, like, they get to it. But, like, it's really bad that they don't throw energy. I was hoping they'd throw very quickly. But since they don't, now my Feraligator's gonna have to take the energy. They throw in bad timing, though. They're at 17. We'll see if they're gonna go for a Twister or a Crunch or Aqua Tail. Crunch, okay, okay. That helps out a little bit. Because by them not actually having Twister, their pacing is a little bit worse. But it's still not, you know, in an amazing spot to be in. Well, that's good. They actually let their Gyarados go. So I have almost a full HP Gator still around. They bring in a Florges. Okay, at least I get a Hydro into them. We don't CMP. But if they go for a Trailblaze here, then we'll likely know their moveset is Chilling Water Trailblaze. And if they go for a Moonblast, then we know they're probably not on... Did they let that go? I'm going to be honest, I'm shielding this up. I feel like at this point, I just kind of want the Shadow Claw damage. And it's a Moonblast, that's massive. So they're dry. Okay. Now I should be able to farm this down with my Piloswine before they get another move off. That's a big shield. Moonblast is a pretty good attack, but in this specific spot, it's making it a little bit uncomfortable for them. I should get a Hydro into the... Okay, I don't even... They do not have play. I guess I should have brought in my Altaria here just to, like, completely dumpster this thing. But that is maybe the best case scenario in the backline. I did not realize just how strong my team was into Digger's Beam. There we go. You know what, 2-3. It could be better, but I think we tried our best in some bad matchups, and we still put on a good show for Piloswine.
Piloswine is such a cool Pokemon. While it does have a little bit of an issue against Steel types, it still is very good with its coverage of Ice and Ground type damage. Through and through, it's a fun Pokemon. Give it a go if you have one. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.